Bowl victory rolls on as they celebrated in the nation's capital Friday with President Joe Biden. Team chairman and CEO Clark Hunt says he hopes this becomes an annual tradition, as this is the second time in as many years the Chiefs have made the trip. Meantime, the Bills signing Olympic wrestling gold medalist Gale Stevenson to a 3-year contract to play defensive tackle. Stevenson is also a 2-time NCAA Division I national champion and will try and join Bob Hayes as the only athlete to ever win a Super Bowl ring and an Olympic gold medal. The Rams and Cowboys announced they will hold a joint practice in Oxnard, California on Thursday, August 8th, ahead of their first preseason game. This is the first time these two teams will join together to practice since 2021. And 10 teams, including the Bears, Cowboys, Lions, and Dolphins, begin mandatory minicamp Tuesday, June 4th. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing: help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, traffic, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is 7:30 on this Saturday morning, June 1st. Brand new day, brand new month. Got some birthdays, big shot birthdays, bunch of them. I got a bunch of local birthdays, too. First, the big shots. Pat Boone. We have singer Pat Boone, 90 years old today, still out there. Morgan Freeman is 87. Brian Cox of Succession and Deadwood is 78. Jonathan Price is 77. Guitarist Ron Wood of the Rolling Stones, he's 77 today. John M. Jackson, he was in, or is in, NCIS Los Angeles. He's 74. Excuse me, we have Ronnie Dunn of Brooks and Dunn. He's 71 today. Lisa Hartman Black, she was married to Clint Black. She's 68. Tom Irwin, he's Devious Minds. Devious Maids. That sounds like a movie that, well, I don't know. The children may not want to see. 68 years old. Comedian Mark Curry hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mark Curry was Mr. Cooper. He's 63. Terry Polo of Meet the Parents is 55. Heidi Klum, she's still on TV, still walking around in tiny little clothes. 51 years old today. Alanis Morissette is 50 years old. Sarah Wayne Callies, she's in The Walking Dead. She's 47. Comedian Amy Schumer. She was really funny before she got famous. She's 43 today. Taylor Handley of the OC is 40. Zazie Beetz of Atlanta is 33. Willow Shields of the Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence wasn't the only one in that movie. Willow Shields in the Hunger Games. She's 24 today. Got the local people coming up.
Did you know we're on Facebook? Kxo Radio Imperial Valley. That's our Facebook page. Check it out. Neat stuff on Facebook. Kxo Radio Imperial Valley. Follow us on Facebook.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alex Vallejo, Diana Sandoval, Gino De Anda, Linda Bentley, Irma Torres, Victoria de la Garza, Eduardo Pesqueda. We have Richard Beltran, Francisco Beltran, Kendra Taylor Garcia, Janet Alvarez, Blanca Pera, Sergio Beltran, Lalo Tapia, Michelle Lopez, Jennifer Aguilar, Anna Moniger, and we have Nancy Powers and Brennan Partida. Happy birthday to each and every one.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in California at highschoolofficials.com.
And it is, 7:33 in the morning, time to jump right into it. We've got the World and California News headlines brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Valley since 1991.
CBS News Brief. President Biden with some strong words for former President Trump and how he responded to his guilty conviction.
It's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict.
An extraordinary moment in American history. President Biden sharply rebuking his predecessor's response to being convicted by a jury of his peers.
That's CBS's Robert Costa. The White House is endorsing a new ceasefire proposal by Israel. Oliver McTurnan is a conflict mediator and says the president needs to keep pressure on both the Israelis and Hamas to agree.
Israel is too traumatized to be able to make the sort of rational decisions in its own interest at this time. It needs the external support from America.
Early this afternoon, Starliner is expected to finally launch to the International Space Station. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news. Extreme heat is in the forecast for California next week. National Weather Service meteorologist Courtney Carpenter says temperatures will start to climb on Tuesday in the Sacramento Valley.
For elevations to develop by midweek with widespread triple-digit temperatures in the valley, at least for Wednesday and Thursday.
An excessive heat watch is in effect Tuesday through Thursday. Hate crimes have doubled in California over the past 10 years. Becky Monroe with the State Civil Rights Department.
We've seen a nationwide increase in reported hate crimes over that same time period. And it's important to note that those are reported hate crimes. We know hate crimes have historically been underreported, not only in our state, but across the country.
A 68-year-old minister at a church in Fillmore called the Fillmore Church of Christ has pleaded guilty to 2 charges stemming from his attempt to meet a minor for sex. Barry Don Fike also taught at a Christian school and Pepperdine University. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank, 760-370-0966.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National...
Okay, I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, we have your local news. Local news, page 1, brought to you this hour by El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. In the local news this morning, a 3-car pileup No one was injured in the three-car pileup Friday afternoon. Accident occurred at about 3:25 p.m. at Clark and Heber Roads. While there were no injuries, there was damage to a utility pole and to a stop sign. Two of the vehicles were extensively damaged, while the third was drivable. And a pickup truck, a stolen pickup truck, stolen out of Yuma, was located in Winter Haven. Imperial County Sheriff's deputies on patrol recovered the truck and were able to return it to its registered owner. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office reminds you to protect your vehicle from theft by always locking your doors, keep the values out of sight, park in well-lit, secure areas, don't leave spare keys in your vehicle, and report suspicious activity to local authorities. We'll have more in just a minute.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And fire. There could have been a catastrophic fire, but it was averted when the sprinkler system was activated at about 3 a.m. Friday. Yuma Fire Department and the Marine Corps Air Station Yuma Fire Department responded to a commercial fire at the Alsco facility on Florence Lane in Yuma. On arrival, a bundle of linen products was burning under an awning at an outside storage facility. One sprinkler had been activated, and the wet water flow kept the fire from under control. Fire personnel were able to extinguish the blaze with minimal damage. No injuries were reported. Cause of the fire remains under investigation. June activities at Pioneers Museum. Several activities are planned, and they are all free. They start today with the Fiber Art Expo. The event offers exhibits and hands-on activities from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. They will have free shaved ice from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. On June 6th, they will host a Remembering World War II, remembering the greatest generation on the anniversary of D-Day. It starts at 6 p.m. On June 10th, they will feature a Museum Mondays, the first one, Warhol's Carrots. It offers free painting workshop inspired by the artist Andy Warhol and Hoteville's icon. It is for kids 9 and up, and requires pre-registration on Eventbrite. It will be held from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. On June 17th, they will feature masks and puppets for kids of all ages. On June 24th, they will feature Earth and Space. Contact the museum, Pioneers Museum, for more information. All events will be held at Pioneers Museum. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
And it is page 2 of the local news, a service of Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, and happy hour, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. National Spelling Bee competition is underway in Washington, D.C. Imperial County's representative has been eliminated, but not before advancing to the quarterfinals. Karina Beltran, a student at St. Mary's School in El Centro, finished 60th out of 245 contestants, which isn't too bad at all. On the way to the semifinals, Karina spelled words like Texas inducement, and leaf correctly. Some of us can't even pronounce those. By the way, Kxo means arrangement of single leaf in bud condition. It's pronounced Kxo. It is, but it begins with a P. Leith is from the Gaelic meaning wet. Leith is also a part of the city of Edinburgh, Scotland. So there you go. Sort of learn something every day. The Imperial Valley Symphony will perform today. This is the Symphony Annual Young Artist Concert. High school musicians will be showcasing their talent by playing masterworks with the symphony. The concert will start at 7 p.m. tonight at the Jimmy Cannon Theater on the campus of Southwest High School. Admission is absolutely free, but donations will be greatly appreciated. And the Garcia Padilla bill makes it out of the Assembly. It now goes on to the Senate. Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia and State Senator Steve Padilla's bill establishes the Southeast California Economic Region. Garcia says the designation will enhance the competitiveness for federal, state, and local funding, as well as Lithium Valley and clean energy development investment opportunities in the eastern Riverside County and Imperial County communities. Garcia says the legislation builds upon recommendations made by the Lithium Valley Commission, the Imperial County Eastern Coachella Valley, and Palo Verde areas that would be included in this new economic zone share distinct economic demographics, challenges, and significant potential for solar, wind, geothermal, and direct lithium development. County Board of Supervisors Chairman Luis Plancarte says passage of AB 2757 is a monumental step forward for the Southeast California economic region. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. June specials include Firestone Walker, 16 ounce, just $6, 22 ounce, $8, and French dip sandwiches. Burgers and Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 103 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 68. National Weather Service says seasonably hot and dry weather conditions will persist through early next week, with temperatures running 3 to 5 degrees above normal. By the middle of the next week, high pressure is forecast to strengthen across much of the western United States, resulting in hotter temperatures as high as get closer to 110 degrees across much of the lower deserts. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 104. South to southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 71. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, highs right near 103. Southeast wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight lows around 71. West wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 103. South to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 75 degrees in Yuma, 42 up on the mountain in Campo, 72 degrees in Mexicali, 71 in Nyland, 77 degrees at the county airport, 37% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in El Centro. Air quality is good for rest of the region, except for Kxo. We don't know about Kxo. Kxo is temporarily offline for construction or repairs because I think it's already constructed. That's it. That's your local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family and meet the friends at Burgers and Beer. It's all right there.
Kxo AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And we are now ready for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. Starting off with playoff teams, the local playoff team, the Imperial Tigers softball team, they have advanced again. They can stay alive. They to the CIF Southern California Regional Championship game. That's where they're going to. The Tigers beat the Steel Canyon Cougars 8-4 on Thursday, scoring 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning to take the win. Freshman Addison Clark went 3 for 4, scoring 2 runs and adding an RBI. Sophomore Clarissa Davila went 3 for 5 with a triple and 2 runs scored. Junior pitcher Jaden Rutledge went all 8 innings, giving up 9 hits, but just 3 earned runs. Tigers now move on to the regional final championship game against the number 1 seeded Otay Ranch Mustangs. The game will be today at Otay Ranch. The Mustangs defeated Bakersfield Christian 10-1 to advance to the championship game to face off against the Imperial Tigers. Go Tigers. In the NBA, you have a scoreboard. Well, there is none. There won't be one until Thursday. Mavericks taking on the Celtics in the finals, NBA Finals, Game 1. That's Thursday. This Thursday, series starts on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on 5:30 p.m. Yeah, I think that, I don't know if that's Eastern time or not. Anyway, the NHL still has a couple of games to go in their playoff action. Oilers defeated the Stars 3-1. In the West Finals, a game of 5. Edmonton leads that series 3-2, so they have at least one more game to go. And today, the Rangers take on the Panthers in the East Final, Game 6. Florida leads that series 3-2. It could end today, or if it doesn't, then they'll go on to the next one if Florida doesn't win tonight. Baseball scores and a whole bunch more coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And in Major League Baseball, I think everybody played. Reds beat the Cubs 5-4. Phillies got by the Cardinals 4-2. Orioles defeated the Rays 3-1. Pirates and the Blue Jays went 14 innings. Blue Jays, Toronto beat them 5-3. It was the Mets over the Diamondbacks 10-9. Red Sox defeated the Tigers 7-3. Marlins got by the Rangers 8-2. Guardians defeated the Nationals 7-1. Braves over the Athletics 4-2. Brewers, they won. They beat the White Sox 12-5. Twins got by the Astros 6-1. Padres won. Padres beat the Royals 11-8. The Angels did not win. Mariners beat them 5-4. Rockies got by the Dodgers 4-1. And the Yankees keep on rolling. They beat the Giants 6-2. At the French Open, Stefanos Tsitsipas was in a reflective mood after beating Zhang Zhizhen 6-3, 6-3, 6-1 to reach the 4th round of the French Open on Friday. Tsitsipas said that tennis was his everything. That was his life. And it good, because that's his profession, too. Number 2, Jannik Sinner of Italy. He moved on to the next round. Also moving on was 2-time major winner Carlos Alcaraz. He defeated the 27th seeded American Sebastian Corda. And in golf, it was Wichani Michai became the latest surprise in the U.S. Women's Open, filled with surprises. She started a Friday with 4 4 straight birdies, matched the low score of the week with a 3 under 67 for a 2-shot lead going into the weekend. That won't include Nelly Korda. Nelly Korda did not make the cut. Sacramento Kings coach Mike Brown has agreed on a contract extension that will take him through the 2026-27 season with a raise of $8.5 million per season, according to his agent Warren Legari Friday night. And the upcoming boxing match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on July 20th won't be happening on July 20th. It's been postponed. Tyson experienced a health issue on a flight from Los Angeles to Miami that required medical attention Sunday. Initially, it didn't appear that it would affect the fight, but that has changed after Tyson's most recent health checkup. They want to postpone during a follow-up consultation on Thursday with medical professionals on his recent ulcer flare-up. Recommendation is for Mike Tyson to do minimal to light training over the next several weeks and then return to full training with no limitations after that. They will decide on a date, I guess, then. Aaron Judge grew up watching the San Francisco Giants games on television and in person, imagining himself launching long balls like Barry Bonds. In his first game there, he did just that. But he was playing for the team that was playing against the Giants. He had 2 home runs in that game, wrapping up the series. And Zhilei Zhang outweighed former heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder by 68.2 pounds Friday ahead of their fight Saturday today in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That will headline the Frank Warren-Eddie Hearn 5 versus 5 event. That's a big guy. A big guy. He got him by 68 points. President Joe Biden saw it was an omen for his upcoming re-election attempt with the Kansas City Chiefs. Were back at the White House on Friday, being honored as Super Bowl champions for the second year in a row. He said he wants to make that an annual thing, and we don't want him to do that. We want the Chargers up there. Anyway, that's me. That's your sports. The Sports World Roundup has been brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. We've got more stuff coming up. The financial news and weather.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we've got your financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company that protects you and your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped Friday for its best session of the year as investors wrapped up a strong month after the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation measure came in largely around expectations. Blue chip Dow climbed 574.84 points, or 1.51%, to 38,686.32, lifted by Salesforce and United Health's respective advances of 7.5% and 2.8%. S&P 500 added 0.80% to 5,277.51. NASDAQ Composite ticked lower by 0.01% to 16,735.02 as NVIDIA and a few other mega cap technology stocks took a hit. S&P 500 and NASDAQ snapped 5-week win streaks with slides of 0.51% and 1.1% respectively. Blue chip Dow slipped 0.98%, marking a second straight week of losses. So there you go. We've got your weather coming up next.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 103 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 68. National Weather Service says seasonably hot and dry weather conditions will persist through early next week, with temperatures running 3 to 5 degrees above normal. By the middle of the next week, high pressure is forecast to strengthen across much of the western United States, resulting in hotter temperatures as high as get closer to 110 degrees across much of the lower deserts. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 104. South to southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 71. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday. Highs right near 103. Southeast wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies. Overnight lows around 71. West wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies. Highs right near 103. South to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. So there you go. Break out the thongs because it's going to get hot next week. We're looking at 77 degrees right now, 37% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is moderate in Calexico and El Centro. Got the Calexico station up and running. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. As financial news and a weather update brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
More on battleground states, the former president's critics.
If I could do cartwheels, if he got convicted, I would do cartwheels.
And his supporters are dug in.
No change. No change. I'm Trump fan all the way.
But undecided voters like Adam Schween from Seattle says he will be closely watching next step.
After weeks of deadly weather in states including Texas, the nation is bracing for more amid climate change. CBS's Stacey Lynn explains.
The Atlantic hurricane season kicks off today, and it's supposed to be a doozy. Thanks to warmer than usual temps in the Atlantic Ocean, forecasters predict it could be the worst ever, with the potential for as many as 25 named storms. Usually we get around 14. First up, Alberto. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
The families of Israeli hostages want all parties to immediately accept a proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says conditions for such a deal are still not being met. CBS's Dana Jacobson.
Israel's three-phase plan would start with an initial 6-week ceasefire, the withdrawal of Israeli forces from populated areas, an influx of humanitarian aid into the enclave, and the release of some hostages. The second phase would see the release of the remaining living Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. And the final phase would be a major internationally funded reconstruction of Gaza.
There are high hopes for a scheduled launch today of that Boeing Starliner space capsule carrying astronauts for the first time. CBS's Peter King has details.
Assuming this flight goes well, Starliner will join the SpaceX Dragon in taking crews to and from the International Space Station. Two launch providers gives NASA backup opportunities in case there's a problem with one of them. Russia, of course, is still flying its Soyuz spacecraft to the station as well. It's still taking Americans there. Russian cosmonauts have also flown aboard the SpaceX Dragon from Florida.
Federal investigators say that deadly gas explosion in Ohio happened after a crew intentionally cut a gas line they thought was turned off. The NTSB says a preliminary probe shows workers knew there was a problem after their third cut. They pulled the fire alarm and alerted residents and Chase Bank employees to evacuate. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. It's better over. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. Switch today.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome Plan. Benefits vary. See details.
You probably already know that Rosetta Stone is one of the best ways to learn a language. But did you also know that Rosetta Stone offers a lifetime membership to all 25 of their languages? You can dabble in French, try German, learn Japanese or Swedish, and then prepare for all your upcoming travels using Rosetta Stone. And right now, you can get 50% off Rosetta Stone's lifetime unlimited subscription. Visit rosettastone.com/radio today to purchase, and then you can learn for life. That's rosettastone.com/radio.
To be a snack, head to Florida.
The latest report from Florida's Museum of Natural History and Florida University is out. And not surprisingly, Florida leads the world as the shark bite capital, with 938 unprovoked shark attacks since records were first kept back in 1837. And one particular Florida city, Daytona Beach, has the most, with 351 attacks. What about the states with the lowest number of shark bites? Mississippi, Washington, Rhode Island, Maine, and Maryland, each with just 2. And let's not forget Connecticut, with only 1 shark incident. Peter Greenberg, travel editor, CBS News.
Having trouble sticking to your diet? There's research suggesting that intermittent fasting might work better if you're trying to lose weight. The idea is to eat what you want, but only during particular windows of time during the day. The most popular way to do that is to do all of your eating in 10 hours a day or less. Experts say it might be easier than just dieting. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized. With help from Beacon, I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Bianna's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me lay on you a so-so entertainer
with George Gale.
Not much of a humanitarian, and this cat was never nobody's friend. You can applaud if you wanna.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.